Hello everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Damilola and this is Damide's TV YouTube channel. If you are just stopping by, don't forget to subscribe. So in today's video, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful, comfortable sleeping bonnet. If I say it's comfortable, trust me, it is comfortable. It's very easy. I'm a lover of bonnet anyways, but since I have made this bonnet, I have been loving it. I will sleep and wake up and still have my bonnet on. It's very simple to make and very easy. It's also reversible. You can use either of the side. So let's jump right into the video. So I'm making use of Ankara fabric. You can use any fabric of choice. You can use a cotton fabric, any fabric of choice that you have. So the measurements I'm making use of is 24 inches by 24 inches. It's a square. So it's the same measurement with the lining. So if you want, you can use the same outer part for the inner part. But since it's reversible, I would advise that you use a different material for the inner part. Now you see the way I folded it. We are going to be cutting it now. So I'm using a net material for the inner part because I want a breathable air bonnet. So if you have a satin or doll face, you can use it. Now for the headband, I have a long strap here, a long strap of 70 inches by 6.5 inches. So I have ironed it and I folded it in a way that it will be easy for me to sew. It's very important to do this part because you want your work to be neat. So I have folded it. I folded half inch by the side and I folded it into two and I ironed it out. So that is the band. So it's time to work on the body now. So after folding it into four that way, make sure you are cutting from the folded corner at that point. Yes, you don't have to cut by the other side or the down part so you won't ruin your fabric. So this is for beginners, people that don't really know how to cut. Make sure you cut from that. So the measurements I'm making use of is 12 inches. I'm going to be marking 12 inches round for me to have a perfect circle. So I love pinning it down after marking it. This part is optional, but I just want it to be stable so that I'll be able to cut it perfectly. And now I have my two perfect circle. Now I want you to pay attention to the way I arrange it here. The right side is facing right. I hope you get that. Right is facing right. Then I folded it into two. Then from any edge, you can use the upper one or this other down part. From any of the side edge, you measure 3.5 inches upward and 3 inches sideward. I hope you get that. Yes, that way. Then I'm going to just curve it, just to make the curve does not have to be perfect, so but just a curve that way, and I'm going to be cutting that out. Now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down. Like half of an inch. Now I'm done stitching it. I'm going to notch it so that it will be flat. It's important to notch it so it will be very flat when you turn it around. Now you see how it look like, perfectly flat, very flat, even before ironing it. So notching is a very good secret to make your work flat and neat. Now the next thing, I'm still going to take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it round using a loose stitches. So if you are using your thread and needle, you can also use a loose stitches. Yes, so just loose stitches, and I'm going to be dragging it round in order to form the shape of the head. Now my head circumference is 22 inches. So I'm going to gather it to have 22 inches. Now it's 20 inches. I'll just readjust it to get I readjusted it to have 22 inches. So now I have the base of my bonnet. So it's time to work on the band. So I'm going to fold the band into two to get the middle part, and I have the middle part right there. So, and since my head circumference is 22 inches, so 22 inches divided by 2, I have 11 inches. So I'm going to be marking 11 inches on both sides. So it's better you open it up after you ironed it so that you mark it over there. You don't have to mark it from the top because you'll be sewing it from the inside. I hope you get that side. Let me come again. You find the middle part of the 70 inches. Then because the head circumference that I'm working with is 22 inches, if your head circumference is more than that, you divide it by 2, then you measured the divided part into, you divide the two parts and measure it on the two sides. So mine is 11 and I measured 11 on both sides, making 22. Now from that 11 inches that I marked from the side, I'm going to pin it down and I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I will stitch it, leaving the space that is in the middle, which is my 22 inches head circumference. And while sewing, I'll make sure that is a crease when that iron part, that is the part that I followed to sew. So if you're also using your thread and needle, make sure you do the same. And now I have it sewn now. So, and the opening part is the 22 inches, which is my head circumference, and the 22 inches is my head circumference. So I'm going to turn it inside out now, and now I have it. Can go ahead and iron it at this point, and this is the opening part, which is my head circumference. Now you will see the importance of ironing it first. Now it's very important. Now I'm going to grab my cap, the base, and I'm going to find the middle part of it. And here is my middle part. I'm going to join the middle part of the band with the middle part of the base. I'm going to stitch it down that way. Just watch what I am doing. I'll make sure that all the gathered part is inside the band. So I'm stitching it together. You can see the way it is. I'll make sure the gathered is inside. I use it to cover it. I don't want the gathered part to be outside. You see, on both sides, I am very sure that it is holding it together. Then I'm going to pin it down. I'll just make sure I do the same till I reach the edge, like that. So I will take my time to pin it down. Please pin it down before you start sewing, so you won't have you will have a neat work. You need something, you need a neat finishing, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and pin it down. So if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and please share the video. Share the video. And this is how it looks after pinning it down. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to my sewing machine and stitch, and we are done. This is how the cap look like. Neat, beautiful, classy. Yes, if I tell you that I love this bonnet, is an understatement. I love the bonnet. I've been wearing it up and down since I sewed this bonnet. I hope you find this video interesting. It's reversible, so you can wear it on either side. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you in my next video.